So what up? It's Bivens with the 98.7 FM Street Team, and I'm with the one and only Kade Show.
How's it going?
What's happening, dude? Thanks
Bivens, how are you doing?
Doing well, man. Thanks for letting me interview you, dude.
Thanks for interviewing me. It's great being interviewed for a change.
I know, right? You must do a lot of interviews. I'll just kick it off with a random question. Who's the favorite person you've interviewed thus far?
Favorite person I've interviewed? I had a good time with Lincoln Park the other day in the 98.7 Penthouse. It was great talking to Mike Shinoda and DJ Han, especially when they were about ready to have the #1 album in the country. So that was pretty awesome. But I've interviewed some great people. What's his name? Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. He was awesome. And Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. Always wanted to talk to those guys. So I think the best might be yet to come, though. So let's see who's right around the corner.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, also, I know you're from Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about Vegas, man. What's it like growing up there?
Growing up in Vegas was a lot of fun. It was weird, to say the least, because, if you want to go to the movies, you have to walk through a casino. To get to anything and everything, you have to walk through a casino. Even a grocery store.
Oh my gosh.
Even when you go to the grocery store, you have to walk through slot machines. But it was a great time, and I loved living in Vegas. It was quite an interesting experience. A lot of tourists, hot weather. Not a very good local music scene, though.
Okay.
But the Killers came from Vegas. They're about one of the only great bands to ever come from Vegas. Elvis was great in the 70s, but he's not from Vegas.
That's true.
Oh, and Wet n Wild on the Strip. You even have to go to the Strip when you're a kid to have fun. Wet n Wild was like the greatest park.
Water park. Big, huge water park. Wave pool, water rides. During the summer, they used to do jet ski shows inside the water park.
Yeah.
I used to love going to Wet n Wild.
Me too, man. And they tore it down in 2002. So
yeah.
Vegas was great, though, and of course, it's always good to go back.
The only place where you can fry an egg on the sidewalk.
Literally, you can literally break an egg in half and it'll cook in Vegas. I tried it before.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's weird. It's crazy.
All right, well, being a few weird things happening in Vegas, tell me about a weirdest moment in high school. You got one of those?
I don't think I have any weird moments in high school. I was just kind of the guy that hung out with the stoners and the freaks and the goths. I was like this Hispanic kid that didn't have very many friends but just listened to cool music.
Right.
So I just hung out with the outcasts of school, which is why I have a deep love and appreciation for all the weirdos and outcasts. But I don't think I had any weird high school moments at all.
Really?
No.
Well, speaking of kicking it with stoners, what do you think of Prop 19?
Prop 19 is awesome. I think it needs to pass. Bivens, do you realize this time next week we might be able to smoke weed legally? I'm for it, though. I think you need to do all this stuff safely. Obviously, I'm for drinking. You should drink and drive, but you shouldn't smoke and drive. You need to do it safely. But I do think a rock revolution can be born out of this.
Definitely.
I think that because it opens the mind, it opens the heart, it gives you new creative energies and ideas. I think great things can come out of it.
Tell me about, did you ever have like a wacky summer job or a job like during the summer when you were a teenager that you really liked?
I got into radio pretty young. I got into radio at the age of 15.
Wow.
And I begged a program director to let me on the air, and they didn't take me seriously. And I kept begging and begging and begging until it was either them get a restraining order against me or hire me. Luckily, they decided to hire me. But I would say one of my favorite summer jobs before I got into radio was working at Spencer Gifts. Remember Spencer Gifts?
Yeah, I do.
At the mall, yeah.
That's
Being
cool.
a cashier there. Spencer Gifts was awesome in the 90s. Awesome.
Dude, the 90s is back too. That whole 20-year cycle. What do you think about that? What do you think about, tell me about some fashion, man. Do you have any personal insight on that? Or are you just kind of like a jeans and t-shirt?
To each their own. I'm just a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. I like kooky things. I like Vampira. This is the best shirt ever.
There we go.
And, I just think style is your own personal decision. Dress how you want to dress, be who you want to be. It's not that important. It's not that important.
I like that. See, just the open-mindedness is what it's about. Now,
Yeah.
since you're so open-minded, I'm sure you have like a top 5 album set from 2010.
I'm glad that you asked me that. My favorite albums in 2010 so far I've been listening to the new Kings of Leon album. I think it's great. I think it's good, chill, alternative country. I know that sounds weird, alternative country. It's not all honky tonk, but it's got good like southern soul in it. That's a good album. Hopefully they don't go unnoticed with that album, because I've noticed a lot of people are starting to turn against them, but it's good quality music. I like the Drums album this year. If you like Joy Division, New Order, Depeche Mode, you will love this awesome alternative pop album from the Drums. They're authentic and as catchy as you can get. I liked MGMT's album, even though no one else liked it. I thought it was cool. It reminded me of like Sunset Strip in the 60s, even though I wasn't on Sunset in the 60s. That's the way I would picture the Sunset Strip and Whiskey A Go Go to sound, very kooky and psychedelic. Pre it's like Led Zeppelin and Doors phase. What else did I like? I like Hole's album. It was very crazy. And there was another album I liked that I forgot. Oh yeah, Brandon Flowers. I guess it's the Vegas guy.
This Crossfire's
Crossfire was awesome. Flamingo is a great album. It's very Las Vegas. It's not very killer sounding, but
True.
Good album. So those are my top 5 albums of the year so far.
Well, hey man, thanks for letting me do this, man.
Thank you, Bivens, and thank you all for watching.
Later.